Yo, what's going on, guys? In this video, we're going to be doing Deathnote 1 from VulnHub. This box right about easy. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy. Alright, so I'm going to start by opening my terminal here. I'm going to start by running a net discover -r 2.0.0.1/24/it0. Doing this, we do get the IP of the box 10.0.0.37. So I'm going to start by running an mmap scan. So I'll do mmap -c for default scripts, -v for enumeration. And then we'll scan all ports on the IP. Doing this, I'm going to do a netcat -nv on port 80. And this seems like port 80 is open for HTTP, right? So I'm going to start by visiting the IP address. Visiting the IP address, we do get a host name for deathnote.vuln. So I'm just going to copy this and add this to my /etc host. So I'm going to vit/etc host. We do know that the IP address is 10.0.0.37. I'm going to tab, take the HTTP off. I'm just going to right quit. And we do get a page here, right? Doing this, we do know this is running WordPress because it does show WordPress. Just to confirm that this is running WordPress, because you do see it's powered by WordPress right there, right? Doing some enumeration, we do have a username as Kira. Here it just showed that my favorite line is I am just tick 3. So I'm gonna start by doing some enumeration and running a GoBuster. So I'm gonna do GoBuster dir mode -u. -w for user share word list. We'll do dirtbuster directory list 2.3 medium.txt, right? We'll do extensions as HTML, TXT, and also PHP. Here we just do get the default directories here for WordPress. Looking at the ports, we do have port 22 open for SSH, port 80 open for HTTP. It does seem like this is running Debian. Since we do know that this is running WordPress, I'm start running WP scan. So there's two ways you can go about doing this. You can run WP scan, or you can use, if you go under /documents, WP scan. I like using WP scan.rb, which is git clone right from a repository. It is an older version, but it does run faster than using the original WP scan, right? So in this case, I want to enumerate first users. So I'm going to do Control-Shift-V. Or run the URL. I'm just going to copy this from here. We do know that the page is running under /WordPress. I'm going to press enter. And here it did enumerate some usernames. We do have a name as Kira and also login as Kira, right? So here I'm just going to go to wp-login.php. I'm going to type in Kira. I'm going to just enter a password as pass. And here it does show that the password answer for the username Kira is incorrect, right? So we do know that the username Kira is available for WordPress, right? So it does exist for this WordPress site, right? So I'm gonna copy this, visit /WordPress. So there's two ways we can go about doing this. You can check for plugins, try to enumerate the plugins, or run a rocky.txt for Kira, right? But just doing enumeration on those on the front page, you see that I have a password for I am just tick 3. I'm going to enter this for the password, and we do get long also, right? Doing this, we can go under plugins, we can go to add new, go to upload plugin, and here it is accepting for a .zip format, right? So I'm CD back, go into malicious with WordPress plugin. I'm going to do Python 3 for word pwn.py. Here it is telling us specify our local host and report. In this case, I'm going to change the files, so I'm just going to enter 10.0.0.1. I'm just going to enter 8888. We'll type in yes. So I just want this to generate the payload for us. So right now it's going to launch a handler, but we know that we use netcat, right? So I'm going to go to my files, we'll go to documents, malicious WordPress plugin, we'll go to malicious.zip. Here we do have the version details. And here we can just delete this and we're going to add our own shell, right? So I'm going to cat from /opt shells WordPress, and we do have shell.php. So I'm just going to copy this, put this in here. We can save that. We can update the file. So here we'll just go to browse. We'll go to root, documents. We do have malicious WordPress plugin, malicious.zip, install. Activate the plugin. So now we can go to plugin editor, go to Gotham, send. Here we do have the version details, the plugin name, the version, which is required for the plugin. And here we do have basically our parameter for CMD, right? This is under malicious wetwork underscore PHP dot or maybe dot PHP, and it just show active, right? So I'm just gonna copy this, go into WordPress. We didn't know this is WordPress content, which is plugins, and we did also know is the path was under malicious wetwork underscore maybe dot PHP, right? In this, we can do question mark CMD is equal to ID, and it does seem like we are dub data, right? Anytime I do have code execution, I like running this within burp. So I'm gonna go to burp sweep. Next, start burp. So I'm going to go to my proxy. I'm going to go to options, go to edit, go to specific address. I'm going to press enter on this, send this within burp, send this within repeater, resend this, and we are dub data, right? So now I'm going to search for a reverse shell. I like going for pen test monkey. I'm going to do Control F and type in temp. Copy this. So I'm going to change my IP address to 10.0.069, and we're going to run this on, but the port is 4444, right? Before doing this, I'm going to do Control U to URL encode this. I'm going to start with my listener, do all wrap nigcat minus LMVP on 4444. We can send this. You do see it's blank, so our shell was sent. And now we are dub data, right? So I'm gonna export my term is equal to X term. Clear this. I'm gonna start by spawning a TTY shell. So I'm gonna copy this, put this within bin/bash, run a bin/bash, and do Python 3, right? Here, we did get a shell under WordPress content plugins and malicious because that's where it was. That's where we got a shell to the plugins, and it was under WP content plugins, right? So I'm gonna go under WordPress, click my terminals here. I'm gonna check the WP config.php, see if there's any creds in here. I'm gonna grep out for grep -i for pass, and also do the same thing for user, right? Here we do get a password for death for me, and also a DB user for L, right? I'm gonna do Alice MySLA on /home, and we do have a user as Kira and also L, right? So I'm gonna switch users to L and see if death for me is the pass for L. And it does seem like this is the pass for L, right? So I'm gonna cd back. We do have a .ssh under here. We do have an ID_RSA and also ID_RSA.pub. So just to confirm, I'm gonna check if this ID_RSA does work for L, right? Before doing that, I'm gonna check under Kira. I'm gonna go into .ssh, and we do have an authorize_keys. This is weird because it does seem like L at Deathnote. It does seem like the L user has the public key under Kira, so that seems a little off. Clear this. We'll cd into .ssh, and we'll get this ID_RSA, right, which is going to be our private key. And we're going to see if we do get a precision shell, right? So I'm going to vi into ID_RSA, put the private key in there, right quit. I'm going to change the permissions for this. So I'll do Alice MySLA, we'll do chmod 700 for ID_RSA. I'm going to SSH into L, at 10.0.037. We'll do -i for ID_RSA. And it's still asking us for a password, right? So it's weird. It doesn't seem like this was the private key for L. If we do the private key for Kira, since we do have a username as Kira, I'm gonna try this private key for Kira, right? Doing this, we just do get long successful as Kira, right? So this does seem like the private key, or the private key was under L, but the private key did belong to Kira, right? Doing this, I'm gonna do sudo -l. And it is asking us for a password, right? I'm gonna do ID. We do have the sudo group, so it does, maybe we do need a password for cure, right? There's something running with sudo, like if we do run a sudo -cell, but it is requiring a password. So we do know something is running as sudo, right? So I'm gonna cat the cure.txt. Here it does seem like this is base64, so I'm just echo this. Grep this out to base64 -d. Or a directory is opt, and also a other directory as var, right? So I'm gonna go into /opt. We do have L. We do have C. So we do have cure-case. I'm gonna cat the case file.txt. It doesn't seem like we do have anything under here, right? So I'll do ls -la. I'm also gonna go into fake notebook-rule. I'm gonna cat the hint. And it is telling us to use cyberchef. We also do have a case.wave, so I'm gonna cat the case.wave. And it seemed like this is hex, right? If I do run a file on case.wave, it doesn't show that it's a .wave extension, so it just shows ASCII text though, right? We do cat it out, and we do get a hex, right? So I'm just gonna copy this and use cyberchef to decode this. So let's go to cyberchef. So I'm gonna type in hex. I'm gonna go to from hex. Press enter on this. We do get base64. So I'm just gonna echo this on the screen. So I'll echo. I'll pipe this out to base64 -d. We do get a password as cure is evil, right? So I'm gonna run that sudo -cell. The reason I'm gonna run that, if we check our IDs, we do have sudo. So maybe there's something running as root. So I'm gonna do sudo -cell since we do have the password. And it does seem like we could run everything as sudo, right? So I'm gonna do sudo switch users. Now we are under root ls, and we cat our root.txt. Well guys, that's pretty much in the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.